Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm going to try fix my lighting here. Turn that one on, that one off. Hopefully that's better. I don't know if that's better or not. Let me turn that one back on. Okay, hopefully that's okay. It's really hard to tell until you play back the video how your lighting is. Anyway, I'm sorry it's been a while. I have been super busy, and I'll tell you all about what I've been doing and so on and so forth. But today I'm going to start, depending on how long it takes me. Our library is doing the mini art again. This is the library up at the cabin because the Hands and Harvest Festival is coming up in October. And so they give you the little 3x3 canvas and a little easel, and you can do whatever art you want, and they display them in the library for the whole month of October, which spans the time for the big Hands and Harvest Festival up here at the mountains. This year they did something a little bit different though, because the librarian was telling us that last year people came, the library has a huge book sale, which I actually did a haul video last year because I always get so many great books. People come from the book sale into the library to see the mini art, and you know, Hands and Harvest is all about handcraft, you know, mountain crafts and crafts and everything, and also about cider. All the sugar camps most of the sugar camps also do cider and press apples and make apple butter in the fall. You know, of course, maple syrups in the spring, and in the fall is the apple cider and stuff. So they do both. But so people come here to spend money. They come to Highline County to spend money. Well, the librarian was saying that last year people came in and saw the mini art and they wanted to buy some. So, but they're not for sale because it's just, you know, anybody can get the canvases. Anybody in the county can go pick up canvases and do them and have them displayed. Which I have a video of my last year's, the one I did last year, which is actually in my living room at the cabin downstairs. But so what they changed this year was they made it into a little fundraiser, in that if on the entry fee, if you say yes, you can have the library. I don't know how much they're going to sell them for, but if somebody wants to buy your art, the artist would be donating it, they would sell it, and they would get the funds for the library. So I'm like, yes, if anybody wants to buy my little piece of art, they can do that. Now, because I kind of wanted, my neighbor or my mountain friend and I wanted to kind of have like a record of our little arts from year to year and have displays of all our mini arts in our own homes. I did buy from Dollar Tree. I didn't bring it here. I bought from Dollar Tree one of the little canvases and the little easels that you can get. Theirs are actually 4x4. This is 3x3, so this is smaller. But I do have one at home, so I can kind of replicate what I do for this one. And, you know, if nobody buys it, that's fine. Then I can display it here and do the bigger one for my other house. But if this one does sell, then I'm going to make the other one in the similar vein, and then I will have one, you know, for a record. It would just be a little bit bigger, which is no big deal to me. So I thought I knew how this was going to go, and I had been struggling. Last year, I just banged it out. Like I said, there's a video. If I can find it, I'll link it in the end card for my last year's entry. I thought I knew for sure how this was going to go. And I wanted to use one of the Tim Holtz dolls, but I had the paper doll that was, there's two little girls from like between 1910 and 1920 with their little white dresses and the big bows in their hair, and I was going to use those. I was going to use those. I've got so much shadow here. Is it this light that's causing all the shadow? It's causing a lot. Hopefully that's better. Sorry about the lighting. Anyway, so I struggled. I put the background on. There are so many layers on this. I know you won't be able to see this, but good night did I struggle. And I had those two, and I was just convinced it was going to be those two. Then I had just this epiphany. Get rid of them as a focal point. Don't use them. That's what's causing you so much grief. But when I went through the little paper dolls, I found this little girl here who is sitting. And I thought, you know what? I have some stickers that look like books. And how cute would she be sitting on the stack of books, right? Now this white here, I just left there so I can get the sticker on. I cut the white all the way off the sticker already because it had a white border and I don't want that. So for the library sale, I thought how cute to have the little girl sitting on the books. That's going to be great. That's going to definitely be my focal point. I do have some, the Tim Holtz little words here. I'm going to see if maybe I can put a little sentiment on there. But I'm still left with this background here. And I found that this scrap of paper, and I'm not even sure if I'm not going to use it right off the bat. I had pulled this out. I had already packed this to bring here, and then I found this up here. But no, I'm not going to use that because I don't know if you can tell. This is very yellow orangey, and this is way more cool colors, warm colors, and it just doesn't go. This is more like it, but I don't know if I want to make it so dark because then it's kind of hard to see her. Something like that. But guys, I have this book that I bought at a yard sale, and it's just pictures of Rome from, I don't know, I think this is probably like the 1950s or even way earlier than, I have no idea what I've got the book at home. But I thought that these buildings were really cool looking, and so that's the Basilica right there. I don't even know what this, this is too. This must be another side of it. I was wondering, what if, this book was just like all falling apart and stuff. So it's like, fair game, I'm tearing it up. It's not anything that anybody would want. I couldn't sell it in the antique shop or anything. But I'm just wondering, it's going to either be a yay or nay. I was wondering if I should let me shorten this a little bit. I kind of want the dome. I don't want to like not have that dome there. I kind of wondered if that would work if I somehow had the books and her and the dome to make it look like you think of a library. I might be way overthinking this, and I'm not sure if that's adding anything to it or if it's distracting from it. You know what? Hold on. Let me just real quickly give this a quick fussy cut. While I'm doing this, I wanted to tell you, let's see. Okay, so it should be hyped up Helen today because I went to coffee with my friend and had 2 real coffees. So you know how I get after I have real coffee. But everything this week is about the county fair. So I think if you've watched my videos, I've said I'm entering. I was going to make my lavender shortbread, which I really love, and it's very good, but my husband's going to be entering cookies, and that would be competing with him. And I'm going to go ahead, and I already was going to enter my apple cider vinegar that I make, and I was going to enter some dried dehydrated foods. I have dehydrated zucchini, dehydrated apples, and then of course the dehydrated peaches that I think I was talking about in my last video. Those organic peaches I lucked into. So anyway, I'm going to enter those 4 things, the 3 dehydrated and the vinegar, and he's going to enter cookies. He's making maple walnut cookies, which is so appropriate for here. See, I don't know. Is that too much to have that back there, to have that, or should I just leave it like this? That seems awfully plain to me, though, to have it just like that. I don't know what to do. Okay, I do have this piece of paper. This is from one of those Catholic books that I got, those Catholic, like, I don't know, textbooks or whatever. So what if I just put a piece of that there on the side and put her up here? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like that? If I did that, maybe I could just weigh. Let me just take another little piece here and maybe put a little piece on this side, maybe down here. Sticking out that way. This is the prime example of Helen overthinking things. Maybe this is too thick. Let's see, maybe if I made that thinner. I don't know. I really like the idea of the building, but, you know, it's kind of a lot. Move these big books down and put her there. She's got to be sitting on the books. Something like that. Or, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep talking. You get to hear me talk because I'm hyped up on coffee. So my friend who I went to coffee with this morning, she lives about 1,000 feet higher on the mountain than I do. And it's a good 10 minutes drive to get up that 1,000 feet because it's a single lane gravel road, and it winds around. You got hairpin turns, blah, blah, blah. So she just had one of her bathrooms redone, and I saw it in process, but I haven't seen it completely finished. And she's like, you want to go see the bathroom? I'm like, okay. So we went up there, and she showed me the bathroom and everything. And then she's like, you want to ride the ATV down? Now, I've never ridden on an ATV before, an all-terrain vehicle. And I was like, yes, yes. So we drove down on her ATV. It was so fun. And we passed a couple that lives actually in another cabin that was built by the people who built my cabin, but they didn't finish the other one. The other one was not finished. The people bought it and finished it themselves. But we passed them on the way down the mountain, and they're I don't know, maybe a half a mile away from me, up the mountain, up this way. And so we passed them, and of course you have to stop because it's a one-way gravel road, one-lane gravel road. So you got to pull, you know, someone's got to pull way over to the side and, you know, everything, and it's a thing. But anyway, so we stopped and we were talking to them, and they said they had just seen a bear right around my house here. He was in the road. They thought it was a young male, which would be about time because the 2-year-olds leave their mommy. They stay with their mom, I think, till they're about 1 and then leave or something. All right, so do I like that? What do you think about that? Oh my gosh, I got to get this done because I really want to turn it into the library before I leave this time. If I do that, though, I kind of... All right, you know what? Let me just cut this bottom off this tower. Yeah, I want to get this done and get this in because I don't want it hanging over my head, you know, that I got to get this, because you have to have them in by a certain time. What if I moved it to this side now that I've cut the bottom off and just put the tower there? And then put her there. Like that. You know what? I don't think the tower's adding anything. I honestly don't. I think, you know what? I think I'm just going to put her down, put a sentiment down, and then maybe I'll do some faux stitching or something around. I got to make up. I've been futzing with this thing for way, way too long. So let me see if I can't get her down. And this is why I left this white border, just so that I could get the sticker back off easier. But anyway, so that was exciting. So I'm keeping my eyes open to see if we see a bear today, because he's somewhere around here. Of course, they're very scared of us. And, you know, her ATV, when we came up here, probably, well, first of all, the people we ran into, their truck would have scared him to run away. But the ATV definitely would have scared him away. So, but I don't know if he ran up into the woods my way or across the street, which would be down the mountain. Anyway, so she's going to sit here on this stack of books like that. And I don't know if you can see, there's negative space. There was 2 negative spaces here. I just covered one over with the books. But now it kind of looks like a moon. Like if I have her sitting on this side of the pile of the books, it looks like she's in front of a moon or something. So let's do that. Yeah, so... the other thing is, you know, I told you in the last video, and I know it's probably been a week since I've made a video. I can't even keep track. But my sister was here for my dad's 90th birthday. Do I not have a pin here? Where are my pins? Hold on a second. I've got some here in my... I should have some here in my slow stitching bag, which is next to me here. My sister was here for my dad's 90th birthday, and whenever she's here, goodness, where's my pins? We spend a lot of time together because she lives in New York. So when she's down here, I really do try to spend time with her. So that's been keeping me busy. The other thing is, it is towards the end of August or getting there, and it's time to start with the fall gardens. So I did yesterday. What's today? Today is Monday. Yeah, yesterday, goodness, I spent a long time outside here planting, I want to put that pin back here. I'm sorry, this is probably a terrible video because I'm so hyped up on coffee, but I just want to tell you what all's been going on. So I planted my garden yesterday, one of the 4x8 beds that's under the hoop house here. I planted spinach, 2 kinds of peas, beets, radishes, Swiss chard, lettuce, kale, all in one 4x8 bed. And then I planted just some loose seeds in the other one that's protected by the hoop house. So we get up here. I mean, that was a lot of work, but that kept me really busy, and I was so exhausted when I was finished yesterday. It's a lot of bending over and stuff, even with a raised bed. Okay, let's just hold her there for a minute, because you can't tell, but with that cut away here, her little shoulder is not all the way going to touch all the way, because these little paper doll people by Tim Holtz are actually cardboard, so they're not like magazine paper that would, you know, you could mold it into that hole. So her little shoulder's sitting up there, which is fine. But see how cute she is? Okay, so she's sitting there. So now we can pick a little sentiment. But anyway, yeah, so doing all that gardening. Well, when we came up here, I have the window open. It's beautiful, beautiful day. It's about 70, 75 degrees. It's blowing a nice breeze on the mountain. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, so we came up here. I have 3 blackberries that I planted in the backyard here, with the kind that have thorns, not the thornless ones I planted at the other house. And they had tomato cages with animal netting around them to protect them. Yeah, okay, so now there's no... and then there was another plant. There was a spiderwort that I also had. The deer had completely removed the cages, ate 2 of the blackberries, and my spiderwort completely gone. In the front, I was like, why is there one of my cages just thrown by, like in the front yard over by the fire pit, which nothing is planted over there. They ate a bush that was right up against my front, the steps up to my front porch. That had been there for a couple years. The bush is completely gone. They took the tomato cage and flung it out in the middle of the yard and ate the bush all the way down. It has been here for 2 years. They are so destructive. I am so unhappy. It's just, I can't plant anything up here unless it is in the hoop house, or I'm hopefully getting some T-posts and chicken wire from one of my other neighbors here that I can make some beds that will be completely closed in. I'm just trying to see if there's a sentiment here. These are the little Tim Holtz ones. I forget what they're called. They're called clipping stickers. And I think what you're supposed to do is just take some words, different words, and put them together to make your own like sentence. I mean, you could use some of these, like life is full of beauty. You could use that by itself, but you could add it with, you know, a different sentiment, you know, and make sentences. You could probably even make a poem. But I just wanted to see if there was some thing that I could do to put here. There's something that maybe had to do with, oh, look, this one says favorite tales. That would be perfect because she's sitting on a thing of books. Look at that. Favorite Tales. Yeah, that has to go on there. There's no more perfect one than that, I think. It's Favorite Tales is going to go on here. I think, though, they are a little thicker than just like copy paper, but I'm going to go ahead and add a little glue. I just want to make sure it sticks, especially if somebody bought it. I would hate to think that, you know, it would fall apart. So I'm going to put that. I think I'm going to put it down here. And I'm going to try get it on as straight as I can. Yeah, so everything I have now is in the hoop house except for my walking onions, my Egyptian walking onions, and they don't like those. They absolutely will not. They're just like, no, they don't like onions. That's one thing for sure they don't like is onions. So, look, isn't that cute? So, I think what I'm going to do is... I'm already at 20 minutes. I think I'm going to probably add some faux stitching or something around the edge a little bit. And I will put a picture of this. Well, by the time you've seen this, I will put a picture of the finished one will be at the beginning. So you'll be able to see what it looks like finished. Because I do want to take it to the library tomorrow probably. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and say hello, and I'm sorry. I have been so busy and all over the place. I do have another announcement. It doesn't affect my channel, but it affects my life. And hopefully I'll remember to do that next time. And I think the next time I make a video in a day or two, we'll be working in Big Milica. No. Yeah, Milica. Yes, we will. Because I've got a bunch of stuff saved up over here that can go in her. So guys, I hope you liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.